Thank you for joining me here this afternoon. The time is now 3:30 p.m. It is currently January 8th, 2025, and we have an ongoing winter storm across portions of New Mexico and Texas right now. Just previously to us going live here, we actually did have a snow squall warning in effect for portions of southeastern New Mexico here. It has since been canceled, but we still do have some heavier bands of snow mixing in with some gusty winds, creating some dangerous travel conditions across sections of southern New Mexico, so make sure that you are looking out and avoiding travel if possible in these areas where we are seeing these impactful travel conditions. Now, this is part of a much bigger winter storm. As many of you probably know, it has been officially titled Winter Storm Cora. We are expecting significant and historic snowfall totals to impact portions of the deep south United States here. We are talking about over a foot of snow being possible, a significant ice storm being possible, and even a couple of severe thunderstorms maybe being possible up along the southeast Texas coast. So today we've got a lot to break down, but we're going to go ahead and start off by talking about these California wildfires that have not slowed down even a little bit, unfortunately. LA is dealing with a significant wildfire problem right now, so if you are under an evacuation order, make sure that you are getting out of there as fast as possible. Very sad to see what's going on over there. But anyways, winter storm warnings have been issued everywhere from portions of western Kentucky all the way back through areas like northeastern Texas here. These are the areas where we are expecting the most significant snow totals to come. Now, you may notice these blue boxes here, the dark blue boxes. These are winter storm watches. We're expecting significant snow totals in these areas as well, and maybe just as much, if not more snow, but that's going to be at a later date. You're probably not going to see any of that snow in the next 48 hours. So, again, winter storm warnings in the pink, winter storm watches in the dark blue, and then winter weather advisories in the purple. Those are the areas where we think that we could see some isolated significant snow totals, but overall probably just a dusting at most. So that's kind of going anywhere from southwestern Indiana and parts of eastern Kentucky, even all the way back through areas like New Mexico that we're watching right now. So again, we have got ourselves one heck of a winter storm on the way here. All right, if we take a look at the future track on the NAM model here, we can see that, again, we're expecting some of that heavy snow to really start to ramp up across sections of Texas by tomorrow. But even today, again, we're already dealing with some heavier bands of snow in parts of southern New Mexico here, and we can see that later tonight we're going to see some ice and sleet showers develop in parts of southwest Texas. Those could greatly impact travel conditions, so we'll see what happens with those. And again, those gradually turn into a much bigger winter storm here by tomorrow morning. This is 6 a.m. We can see we're expecting a widespread ice and snow threat for portions of central Texas there, and eventually this makes its way northeastward into areas like southern Oklahoma. By 11 a.m. here, we could be dealing with some heavy snow down in the southern half of the state, maybe extreme north Texas, but Texas, for the most part, actually should be dealing with a pretty significant ice storm everywhere from DFW back down towards San Antonio. You can expect some freezing rain and some sleet likely. Now, if we continue to play this out here, we can see this moves eastward, and this does eventually make its way through Dixie Alley with some heavy snow on the backside here. This is Thursday night into Friday morning. Again, heavy snow there everywhere from sections of west central Illinois back through areas like southeast New Mexico still. We got rain and thunderstorms on the south side of this system, and in between there over a little section of central Arkansas, we could expect some more freezing rain. Now, again, this continues to push eastward, and by the time we get into Friday morning here, again, we're going to be dealing with significant snow across sections of now northwest Georgia, northern Alabama, western Tennessee, and northern Mississippi. Again, some sleet there definitely going to be possible. Freezing rain also a possibility anywhere from northeast Mississippi back through sections of Georgia there, and this will continue to bring heavy snow and sleet to parts of the deep south, which I don't know if you guys know this, but the deep south is not exactly known for heavy snow and sleet totals, right? So by 8 p.m. here on Friday, we're dealing with a significant band of freezing rain all the way from northeast Alabama back through sections of central North Carolina here, and snow everywhere from portions of the southeast all the way back through parts of Canada. Again, this really is going to be a widespread winter storm system. Now, we haven't mentioned these light blue boxes yet, and this is actually not entirely associated with Winter Storm Cora. These are cold weather advisories that have been issued all the way down into parts of southern Florida, because we are expecting dangerously cold wind chills all the way from parts of Florida back into areas like Indiana and Ohio here, all right? These are not common to see in the southeastern United States. These are the first ones we've had in this area because they are a relatively new type of warning. So again, if you're in any of those light blue boxes, make sure that you are looking out, as some very significant cold wind chills can be expected. So anyways, let's go ahead and bring up Stream Chat. If anybody has any questions about their location, feel free to leave them all down below. I'll try to answer them accurately and honestly. But outside of that, let's get ready for Winter Storm Cora here. Again, this is the first of many streams that we will have for this winter storm, so I hope you guys are here to join us for the event. What's going on, everybody? Good to see the usual crowd back in here once more. We've got Weston, we've got Teddy, Hannah, Raymond, Gooseman, Cookie, and even Mr. Storm in there today. What do you think for Skiatook? Make sure to read the winter weather advisory. Yeah, so I think a lot of the snow should stay off to your southeast, actually, but if we take a look at your specific winter weather advisory there, we can see that it does mention anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow, but I really don't think that you'd end up seeing nearly as significant totals as areas like Arkansas, for example, but if we play this out here, we can see that we are expecting that backside of the system there to potentially bring some heavy snow to your neck of the woods up there in northeast Oklahoma. Maybe some freezing rain tries to mix in at times, so I think this will mostly be a snow event. Really anywhere from kind of Thursday night, Thursday evening, all the way through areas like Friday morning there, so look out for that. What's up, Sharon? What's up, Peachy? Getting snow again on Friday? Yeah. Again, this is going to be a system that brings snow not only to areas like Texas, but really everywhere from New Mexico back all the way through portions of the Ohio Valley. You would ask about Union County, Illinois, but you're not sure you want to know the answer. Yeah, so you are under another winter storm warning. Actually, I don't think last time you were under a winter storm warning. I think you were under an ice storm warning, which is arguably even worse. But you are under a winter storm warning. You're just on the edge of the winter storm warning boxes there, but we are expecting 3 to 5 inches of snow for your region. I would actually bet locally higher totals than that. If we take a look at the GFS model guidance here, we take a look at the total snowfall amounts, we can see that it's painting a picture of several inches of snow there down in southwest Illinois. If we could go back to the 12Z run, give me just a second here, chat. We can see that we're expecting maybe just a few inches of snow down there in southwestern Illinois. Again, probably a little more significant than what the National Weather Service is saying right now, but I guess the GFS only does have you getting 4 inches of snow or so. Can we go over yeah, I did know that, Caleb. Can we go over the forecast for Seacliff? Yeah, so I think that at this point, this is likely going to be more of an Ohio Valley event than kind of a southern New England event like we were originally maybe thinking. But if we take a look at the 12Z run here of the GFS model, I'm sure it'll bring you a little trace of snow there if we play this out further. Yeah, so a little itty-bitty trace of snow there over parts of Long Island. But honestly, the models have been downtrending further and further. I really would doubt that you'd get really anything at all at this point. It's not to say it's impossible, I just think it's unlikely. Now, here's somewhere that will get some snow, Arkansas. Again, we mentioned Arkansas several times today. Southern and central Arkansas right now are forecasting anywhere from a foot all the way up to 16 inches of snow, which is insane. That would be record-breaking for southern Arkansas there. What about Lubbock to St. Louis if I left Friday morning / Thursday night? So you would be really just kind of northwest there of the main threat for snow. Now, obviously, you will end up seeing some on your trip, but if you are taking kind of I-27 up there all the way towards Amarillo and then kind of just taking I-40, I believe that I-44 the rest of the way there, then you should end up being fine. Again, you could expect some snow, certainly, but it will never be like that super intense heavy snow. You're not going to end up seeing any ice. It's not going to be anything super dangerous. You're just going to have to kind of be careful, but it's not going to be the worst driving conditions you've ever had. But if we take a look at this in particular here, again, just kind of, again, some moderate to heavy snowfall at times across sections of Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas there for your trips, so we got Abbeville, South Carolina. Yeah, so you're under that brand new winter storm watch. The winter storm watch specifies anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of snow and up to 1/10 of an inch of ice. That winter storm watch is mainly there for the ice rather than for the snow. I think South Carolina and North Carolina also actually will be a pretty big ice event more than anything else, but GFS 12Z here does have you picking up on some snow. If it would like to load, that'd be spectacular. There we go. It does have you picking up on some snow here. If we take a look at this, we can see that on the front side of this system, you can see some snow again, maybe Friday morning there, but after that, most of everything the system will bring you will be either rain or freezing rain. We got Troy, Ohio. Let's go for that. So, again, I will get to everybody's chat. We just got a lot of requests coming in. So Troy, Ohio here, we are expecting, you're not under a winter weather advisory or anything like that, but you do have some off to your south. Now, if we look at the GFS model here, we can see that it does have you getting a couple inches of snow, quite possibly. Again, this is shifting more towards the Ohio Valley than like we originally thought, like for New England, but if we take a look at this here, we can see that we are expecting some moderate to heavy snowfall, maybe at times there, kind of Saturday into Sunday for you, or rather Friday into Saturday, sorry. And if that were to play out, you'd maybe pick up on just a trace of snow. So then we've got ourselves Peoria, Illinois. Any tips on driving in that weather? Just, again, make sure you know you've got stuff packed in the car in case something goes wrong. You know who to call if something goes wrong. Just, make sure you got everything planned out. I don't know why I typed in Peoria like I didn't know where I was at, but Peoria, honestly, will probably be for the most part, north of really any snow that we see from this event. Now, it is likely that you pick up on an inch or so. We take a look at this here. And then we will get to North Alabama. We'll get to North Alabama and then Chattanooga after that as well. So, if we take a look at this here, again, Peoria maybe picks up on a few snow showers, but really that'd be about it. You're kind of just northwest of the main threat there. You missed out on the last winter storm, too, for the most part. So we've got northern Alabama. Again, Huntsville there now is under a winter storm watch. Again, we're talking about 2 to 5 inches of snow and up to 1/10 of an inch of accumulation of ice. And again, the ice is the main reason that you're under that winter storm watch. It's not because it's going to be some massive historic snow event. It could be some significant snow, but it's mainly going to be ice that we're worried about for you. So then we've got ourselves Chattanooga, Tennessee. Again, kind of a similar story to what we just said there for northern Alabama. Mainly some ice, so you'll have to look out for travel conditions and maybe some power outages, but a little bit of snow definitely as well. And then we've got central Indiana there coming out with 1 to 3 inches. Probably a little less than that. Wherever you heard that, it's probably going to be a little less than 1 to 3 inches of snow. Yeah, a lot of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley still have significant ice and snow accumulations all across the roads, and again, this is only going to add back onto that. All that snow that melted away, it's coming back. Maybe not as significantly, but you're going to see some there in the Ohio Valley, that's for sure. So, we do have a special weather statement here for portions of southern Maine. We actually do have a little snow squall near Augusta. Now, normally we wouldn't even mention this, but some heavy snow, some gusty winds there near the capital. So, again, if you're traveling along I-95 there near Augusta, Maine, make sure that you're looking out for that. Avoid travel if possible. Do I need to look out for ice, or you think the drive would be warm enough? Just depends, really. I think you should be warm enough. I don't think that, freezing rain is going to be a problem if that's what you're asking me. Again, I think it's mostly going to be snow for you. None of the models have really hinted at any freezing rain anywhere that far north. I got 8 inches of Blair, and I'm supposed to get 1 to 3 from Cora. Yeah, again, the areas that'll really, again, be the spots that got hit by both of these winter storms in full swing would mostly be areas like Kentucky, southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and southern Missouri, because last time you saw the ice, that was very significant, and then you're also going to see snow this time around, so you're getting the worst of both worlds by the time everything's said and done here. And an icicle that was 13 inches long yesterday. Yeah, there's been a lot of those out here today in central Illinois. Yeah, the models didn't actually do a spectacular job, though, on pinpointing the exact areas that would have the most snow at the end of the runs, towards when the event was going to happen. It was looking like this was mostly going to be an Illinois through Ohio thing. The areas that actually saw the most significant snow were spots like Kansas and Missouri, which, to be honest, I did kind of expect. But, again, there was always room to change there, so it was always kind of a toss-up. So let's go back here to southern New Mexico. Again, it looks like we got some rain mixing into our snow squalls there, but again, it is mostly snow. There's still some gusty winds also. Again, this is the beginning here of Winter Storm Cora's impacts to the United States. We do have some wintry mixed showers, maybe some freezing rain showers in parts of West Texas and northern Mexico. But we're kind of getting to the peak daylight heating time hours, so a lot of that's starting to turn into rain more than anything else there in western Texas. Again, it will switch back, though, by the time it gets into the central portion of the state. And that's actually the exact reason why some of these counties here are not highlighted in winter weather advisories, because whenever you get to the Midland-Odessa region, you're kind of talking about mostly that precipitation in the late afternoon whenever, daylight heating is peaking, and it's just barely going to be warm enough to where most of that stays rain instead of snow. Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't see any snow. You certainly could, but we expect greater significant totals to be kind of central Texas there. Virginia was hit pretty hard as well. Yeah, Virginia mostly got ice, though, rather than significant snow. The northern portion of Virginia did see some significant snow, to be fair, but... Come in, hurry. You don't have to crawl like Spider-Man, but just... Breaking per local fire departments and chasers that downtown Altadena has been overtaken by the Eden fire. Yeah, we've already seen some significant impacts, and it's not stopping anytime soon, unfortunately. This could be one of the biggest winter storms of, biggest wildfires of the decade or even the century in this area, quite honestly. Which is quite unfortunate. Again, you can see the smoke on radar there, dude. Look at that. Again, it's been going since all last night. Again, that is just sad to see. Again, that's the northern outer LA suburbs there. I would bet that you're not going to see 4 inches, Weston. I guess at a high end you could. What does the winter weather advisory say? 2 to 4 inches. A lot of that's not going to accumulate, though, anyways. Or it will accumulate, but it's not going to last very long. It's going to be near freezing. 2 deaths now confirmed from the wildfire. We're lucky that people took the evacuation order seriously because they were kind of issued last minute. We're lucky that we have not seen even more fatalities and stuff like that. Because obviously this is an incredibly populated area. This is the second biggest city in the United States. I mean, not Altadena in particular, but obviously LA is. So. Again, Altadena, Glendale, Pasadena, Beverly Hills. Even, like, again, northern LA there. Pretty significant, so. What's up, Franklin? Again, pretty sad to see. So Stormwater Media is in Wichita, Kansas right now, heading down for this winter storm. They're going to make it just in time. Which obviously makes sense. You don't want to get there too early and then have nothing to do in Texas for a week. But yeah, again, unfortunately, this wildfire is not contained at all. It's been going since last night. Like, if we look at the 250 frames even, I bet this smoke will be here pretty much the entire time. Yeah, look at that. You can see it off the coast there even. And then the one started over Altadena. And it is still going. Quite unfortunate. Again, the one near Santa Monica is mostly gone, but it's sad because now this one has taken over the Santa Monica area. Hey, W. Sam, thank you for the $2 dono. Massive appreciation for that. Thank you for your generosity. Let's get some W. Sams in the chat. And that will throw you on our top donors board for today. I'm going to make a whole thing on my OBS called WSim. Again, obviously donating is optional, but it would help out a lot. But again, even just everybody watching, I appreciate it. Helps push this further into the algorithm for the people that need this coverage. Your paycheck came through. Nice. Yeah, quite unfortunately, I would not see this ending anytime soon. Again, it's going to continue to be windy and dry and nasty. Again, insane drought over this area. If we take a look at tomorrow's wildfire outlook, again, earlier today we were on an extremely critical risk. Now it's just a critical risk. This is actually tomorrow's. Okay, so we are still on an extremely critical risk, I guess. But again, tomorrow we've still got a critical risk. See you, Gooseman. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, thank you, Elizabeth, for the $5 donation. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Again, that goes a long way for helping us get better forecasting and stuff like that out there to the people. Bought that nice little super sticker there. Again, massive thank you to Elizabeth. Let's get some W Elizabeths in the chat. And that'll throw you right there on the dono board. Alrighty. Yeah, it is a PDS red flag warning. So, again, that stands for a particularly dangerous situation. Getting quite unfortunate to see. Again, right now in the northern LA suburbs areas like Altadena, Pasadena, Glendale, Burbank. Alan Crow with the $10 donation. Thank you very much. They are all just coming in at once. Massive thank you to Alan. Davis, will I ever get any snow this winter? Yeah, I mean, you've missed out on most of the big events. You missed out on Blair. You're going to miss out on this one, too, unfortunately. I would be willing to bet that you get some snow at some point, but overall, this has been a pretty crappy year for you so far, so hopefully things turn around. But we are in a pattern which is somewhat favorable for you seeing some snow. So again, massive thank you to Alan for the $10 donation. Let's get some W. Allens rolling in the chat. They all just started flooding in at once. I just realized I made... Okay. Did not mean to make it that small. Now it's upside down. Whoop. Let's fix that. Oh, now it's backwards. Hold on, chat. So, let's try that again. Let's move this back over here. And let's throw up. Yeah, a lot of people that don't like snow are getting it. It's crazy that Texas has seen more snow this winter than even areas like northern Illinois, even parts of Wisconsin. Is Toledo, Ohio getting some snow? Not from this storm, nope. Actually, I take that back. I always forget about lake effect snow. Hold on. Give me just a sec. Toledo, Ohio, you could end up potentially seeing some lake effect snow from this event. If we look at the GFS model here, we can see that it brings you some snow showers, likely kind of this weekend, yeah, into early next week there. Not going to pick up on a whole ton of snow, but maybe a good dusting to a couple of inches. Toledo, Ohio, they've got you at about 1.5 inches from this storm as of right now. You love snow? Yeah, I know a lot of people like snow. I'd say it's about a 50-50 ratio to people that like snow and hate snow. I wish it snows in South Mississippi. I haven't seen snow for a while. You're probably not going to see snow this year. This would have been your best chance, but again, unfortunately, this system is turning northward a little bit. You are under a cold weather advisory. Temperatures down to 27 degrees, not 70 degrees. What's up, Jesse? How's it going? Let's get the light on in here, or light off in here, rather. My face is shining bright. You know, actually, the better way to fix this is get rid of the sun. Look at that. We're improvising. What? Okay, I'm not doing this today. In southern Mississippi, your best bet might be to move, yeah. Yeah, if you're looking for snow, obviously Mississippi's not the spot to go, especially southern Mississippi. Thank you, Dahani. We're rocking the Hurricane shirt today. It's actually Ryan Hall, y'all merch. Shout out to Ryan Hall, y'all. Is central Massachusetts getting snow? Not from this event. Just a sec. Just confirm here again. I'm 99% sure that the GFS has you missing out on snow. Yeah. The only parts of New England that would see snow are the mountainous regions for the most part. What do you think qualifies as a cold weather advisory in Antarctica? As long as the Earth exists, Antarctica will always be cold weather advisory criteria and extreme cold warning criteria. Still got some of those wintry mixed showers there fading away as daylight heating reaches its peak. They will come back out later tonight, though, certainly. Let's check up on our fire. Again, that is insane. That's been going all day. Again, if you're not aware with what's happening here, the radar, this wildfire smoke is so dense that the radar tries to penetrate through this region, and it thinks that this is rain, and even heavy rain. It is all just wildfire smoke, which is quite unfortunate. Again, centered right over Altadena. Okay, we're going to try this one more time because the lighting is awful like this. No, sit up. No, dude. Oh, it actually worked. Okay, I'm never touching that again. That's staying there like that forever. Probably only going to stream for a few more minutes here anyways. Again, we'll come back later tonight whenever Winter Storm Cora continues. Or if the fires get even worse out here. Again, I don't see how that could happen, though. I mean, this is an awful situation to have. And again, this is not going to stop anytime soon. And it's not contained. It's not... There's no weather conditions that are going to stop it. It's not going to rain, that's for sure. And it's going to stay windy. It's going to stay dry. And wildfire conditions are only going to continue. I wouldn't be surprised if they upgrade tomorrow to an extreme risk as well. I mean, this is just historic. It really is quite unfortunate to see. Again, the photos that are coming out of the Altadena area are devastating. Altadena wildfire photos. Yeah, look at this. This is downtown Altadena, California. Gosh, dude. Again, this is awful. These are real pictures. That is so sad. And those photos are definitely not for the faint of heart. This reminds me of our Texas Panhandle wildfires that we had last year, but worse. Because not only is this in a much more populated area, but it's arguably getting close to even bigger. It's not nearly as big at this point, but it definitely could grow. Again, not at all contained. It's been going since last night. It's continuing to devastate downtown Altadena. It's crazy. So, we haven't really touched on a severe weather threat with this winter storm, and that's because we're not really going to see one. If we were to see an isolated strong thunderstorm, though, it would be tomorrow, somewhere in far southeast Texas. Again, very, very small threat of some severe thunderstorms tomorrow. We'll see if they push out a marginal risk for wind, but I would bet against it, honestly, at this point. 16,000 acres. Yeah, the Texas Panhandle one, I believe, was closer to 100,000 acres, so... Again, it was the largest Texas wildfire ever. Really one of the largest wildfires ever in general. But again, this is much more significant because this is actually an area where people live. Whenever we're in the Texas Panhandle, we're talking about corn and small towns getting hit, which is already bad enough because that ruins the economy. But whenever we are talking about big cities getting hit, that ruins the economy and that ruins people's lives. And again, in some unfortunate cases where people don't take this seriously enough, it ends them. So, pretty sad to see, obviously. Alright, I think we're going to end off this live stream here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I thank you all for tuning in. Again, we will be back later tonight for more wildfire and winter storm coverage. Kind of an odd pair to do, but again, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys all in the next one.